Hi, and welcome or welcome back to another edition of Michelle McKay Yoga. Today we're going to work on our hamstrings, our neck, and an inversion. I've been having neck pain, and I thought, you know what, might be a good chance or a good opportunity to do a video where you can work on stretching and strengthening your neck, and you can do that while working with the hamstrings. So let's start seated, and then you're going to need a strap, and I'll show you how to loop that strap. So we'll start seated, and you can sit with your shins crossed. If you can't sit comfortably with your shins crossed, find a way that you can sit. So maybe that means you have to sit up on a block, a pillow, maybe some blankets, but any way that you can sit comfortably. Right? And lift up and out of the sides of your waist, lift your heart, lift your chest, roll your shoulders back and down. As you inhale, take your chin towards your chest, and as you exhale, roll your head over to the right. So it's just like a little neck roll. If you want to add a little bit more, you could take the right hand to the left ear and gently guide that right ear towards your right shoulder. Okay? So then you'll get a stretch here along the side of the neck. I believe those are called your scalene muscle. Right? As you inhale, bring your head back to center. As you exhale, roll the head to the left. So now you're rolling to the left. You can stay there. You might feel that stretch in a different place or maybe the same way. And then you can take your left hand on top of your right ear, and now the left ear is moving towards the left shoulder. As you inhale, come back to center. As you exhale, roll the head to the right, and this time turn the chin slightly up, like you're looking up at the ceiling. What's on the ceiling? Maybe I need to dust. Inhale, center. Exhale, roll to the left. Turn and tilt the head up so you're looking towards the ceiling. Or maybe where like the ceiling and the wall intersect. Inhale back to center. Exhale, roll right, this time looking down, right? Make sure both sitting bones are grounded and one is not lifting up. Inhale, center. Exhale, roll and look left, looking down. And then inhale, center. This time when you exhale, you're going to interlace your fingers at the nape of your neck. Then inhale, lift your head up, point your elbows forward. So this is kind of what your head would look like if you were in a headstand. Stay your inhale, and then exhale, let the head draw back and open the jaw. Then when you inhale, lift your head, close the mouth gently. And then when you exhale, release the hands down and come to laying on your backs. So here's where you're going to need to use your strap. So I'm using an Iyengar belt, and let me show you or instruct you on how to utilize that strap. So you take the strap, I'm going to call this part the tail, right? And it depends on the flexibility of your hamstring. I'm going to say start with the loop pretty big, right? So the Iyengar belts, they're square, and there's a smooth part, and then there's like some divots. So you want the smooth part to be on top, right? So you take that loop, calling that the tail, I'm just making it smooth. And you're going to thread it through. It's just like what you would do with a seatbelt, right? Specifically like on a plane. You thread it through. Now, if you've done it right, it's going to be taut, right? If you've done it wrong, it'll just pull all the way out. So if you have open hamstrings, you can make that loop a little bit smaller, right? If you don't have open hamstrings, try to make that loop as long as possible. And then we're going to lay on our backs. And what we're going to do as we lay on the backs, sorry, there's a draft coming in. As we lay on the backs, we're going to stretch the neck, and we're also going to stretch the hamstrings. So start laying on your backs. Knees bent, soles of the feet on the mat, and then lengthen your lower back towards your feet. Okay? And then gently draw your right knee in towards you. Take your strap, not the buckle end, but the smooth end, and take it to the archway of your foot, right? So this loop is almost as long as my legs. I can make it a little bit shorter. However, you might need to make it longer depending on the flexibility of your hamstrings. If you have anything going on with the lower back, I'm going to say keep your left knee bent. But if you don't, straighten out that left leg. Okay? And so here's where the hamstring and the neck get involved. Then tuck your chin, lift your head up, and take that strap behind your head. So you have those two bones at the back of your skull. I think it's called occipital bones, right? And you're pressing it, not pressing it, you're placing the strap there. So make sure the buckle is not anywhere near your foot or your head, right? So you want it to be smooth. So now, instead of holding the head up, let the head release into the strap. The back of the leg is getting a stretch. So here's where the hamstrings come in. And then we're strengthening and stretching the back of the neck. if you've ever slept funny, there's some tension in the neck, this is a good one to pull out and do. It's a 2-for-1. I get a stretch of the hamstring, I get the stretch of the neck, right? Stay here, inhale. You can stay here from anywhere from 30 seconds to a minute. And then as you exhale, I'm going to bend the knee, release the head, hug the knee in, pause. Bend your left knee, place your left foot onto the ground. Place your right foot onto the ground. Readjust so that your lower back is lengthening towards your feet. Draw your left knee in towards you. And then take that strap to the archway of your left foot, extend that left leg up to the ceiling. So same thing, if you have no issues with the lower back, you can straighten out the right leg, right? Take an inhale here. And then when you exhale, lift your head up, take that strap. And sometimes the strap will cover up your ears. Hopefully you can hear me. And then you stretch the back of that leg, the hamstring. You stretch the back of your neck. Right? Don't think about holding your head up. Think about the strap as supporting your head. Think of it like a hammock. And breathe. You could do these exercises, playing very soothing music. You could do these exercises watching a television program. Great tools to have in your tool bag for if you have any aches and pains. Stay here, inhale. Now when you exhale, bend your knee, release the strap, bring your head back down. Bend your right knee. Now place both feet into the strap, right? So again, if your hamstrings are open, this is great. And even if they're not open, this is going to get them to be open. Take an inhale. Now when you exhale, lift your head up. Right? And so this obviously is a little bit more intense. You got both legs in there, right? Legs are straight, the hamstrings are getting a nice stretch. The back of the neck is getting a nice stretch. And I'm still breathing in and out through my nose. I'm still doing my ujjayi breathing, which is creating a little bit of heat in my body, right? Stay here, inhale. Then when you exhale, bend your knees, release your head, hug your knees into your chest, place the strap to one side, take an inhale. And then when you exhale, turn and look to your right. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, turn and look to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, turn and look right. Inhale, center. Exhale, turn and look left. Now inhale, center. Exhale, draw your knees and your forehead towards each other. Place your hands behind your thighs and see if you can rock up. And then come to your hands and knees so you're in an all fours position, still keeping with the neck theme, and we'll do more hamstrings. You're going to inhale, lift the heart and chest up. So now your neck and your lower back are going to share the same curve. Exhale, round your spine. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, round. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, round. And then 1 more time. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, round. Now use your inhale, reach your right arm up to the ceiling. Your left arm up to the ceiling. And then exhale, thread it through to your right side. Now tuck your chin. Extend the right arm forward and straight. And then reach your right leg backwards, right? So you're tucking the chin, trying to get the top of your left shoulder down, trying to straighten the right leg. And again, you might feel a stretch in the neck. You might feel a stretch in the shoulders. This is a thread the needle of the shoulders, but we're also tucking the chin in so we get a little stretch for the neck. And then we're extending out the leg so we get a stretch for the back of the leg. Take an inhale, come back to center, and then exhale, round your spine. And then I'll just change sides. Now, when you inhale, reach your right arm up to the ceiling. When you exhale, thread your right arm through, extend that left arm forward and straight, tuck the chin, and then perhaps straighten out the left leg. One side might be more different than the other. Tucking the chin, that leg, the extended leg, working it towards straight. Feel the top of the right shoulder down, the tuck of the chin, back of the leg lengthening. Then inhale, come back to center. When you exhale, round your spine. Take an inhale. And then exhale, come into downward dog. You pedal out your heels. So you're getting a stretch for the backs of the legs and you're letting the head hang. So gently nod your head, yes. Gently nod your head, no. And then inhale, come forward to plank pose. So you're at the top of a push-up. Then when you exhale, shift your way forward, bend your elbows, come all the way down to the ground. Take an inhale to lift your chest up. Then exhale, turn and look over your right shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, turn and look over your left shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, turn and look right. Inhale, center. Exhale, turn and look left. Inhale, center, pause. Stay here, exhale. When you inhale, curl your toes under, push the ground away. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, lift the hips up and back, downward dog pose. Smooth, steady inhales, smooth, steady exhales. So downward dog is a great prep for an inversion. We're gonna do that. And then take a moment, come into child's pose, and then we're gonna go into dolphin pose. And when we do the dolphin pose today, we're gonna use the strap. So the strap is gonna go over the tops of the arms, meaning the upper arms. So you're gonna make the strap loop smaller, right? So I'm placing the strap above the eyes of my elbows. So if you have it right, if you have it on right, it'll be suspended. I can make it actually a little bit tighter. Meaning it's not gonna fall down, right? So I have it in a way that it's not gonna fall down. I'm gonna bend my elbows and place my hands on the mat. And then my hands are separated the width of my shoulders. The strap above the upper arms is to remind you not to let the elbows splay. Curl your toes under, lift the legs so the legs are straight and the head is hanging. Same thing, gently nod your head, yes. Nod your head, no. Nod your head, yes. Nod your head, no. And then you can walk the feet in so you get more for the hamstrings and move the heart towards the thighs. Stay here, inhale. Stay here, exhale. And then lower your knees, pause in child's pose. And then place the strap to one side. So now the next thing that we're gonna do, we're gonna utilize the wall for the hamstrings and for the neck. So it's a half handstand. I'm just gonna take off my socks so it don't slip off of the wall. And in terms of a measurement, you could come into child's pose with your feet at the wall, and that sometimes gives you a good measurement. Or I'll show you both ways. You can face the wall with the soles of the feet at the baseboard. So the first one is child's pose. So you'll see part of me and not part of me. Come into downward dog pose where your feet intersect at the baseboard. And then take your right foot to the wall at the height of your hip. Then bring your left foot up to meet the right. So you should look like a capital letter L. Right? This is a half handstand, great inversion. Nod your head, yes. Nod your head, no. Really good for lengthening the neck. And then bend your knees, come back down. The other way that you can measure is you face the wall. And then where your sitting bones are, that's where your hands go, right? So same thing. You're just replacing your butt bones with the hands. Right? Bring your left foot to the wall at the height of your hip. Bring the right foot up to meet the left. You're in that half handstand. Let the head hang. And sometimes this is more work than the actual inversion. Stay here, inhale. Then exhale, bend your knees. Left foot down, right foot down. Come into a forward fold. Take a hold of opposite elbows or biceps and gently nod the head, yes. Gently nod the head, no. Release the hands and come back to downward dog. Pause and breathe. And then lower your knees, rest it on your feet or in between your feet. And we're gonna do a handstand just because we were gonna allow the head to hang. Because remember, it's about the hamstrings, the neck, and an inversion, right? We did preps prior, so the dolphin, the plank, the half handstand at the wall should set you up nicely for an inversion, right? And if it's too much, you go back to the preps, right? Or maybe you just take it in and you work towards doing it at a later time. If you're in a body that the arms are not able to stay straight when you do the handstand, you could also use the strap above the upper arms, because that's going to remind you to externally rotate the upper arms and the arm sockets and keep the arms straight. Okay, so here we go. Coming into downward dog facing the wall, and my hands are about a few inches away from the wall. Bring one foot in. I'm going to bring the left foot in first, and then lightly spring up. Once you get up, nod your head yes, nod your head no. I'm really flexing my feet even though you can't see, and I'm letting my head hang. My legs are super straight. I'm pressing into the wall. I'm getting in a nice stretch for the backs of my legs, and my head can hang freely. Stay here, inhale, and then exhale slowly. Come down, rest, pause, in a forward fold. Let your head hang. Then come back to down dog. Pause. Then lower the knees. Child's pose. Continue to breathe in and out through your nose. When you're ready, slowly roll back up and come back to laying on your backs. Find your strap once again. Pause and breathe. Make that loop a little bigger, maybe a lot bigger because you just had it around the upper arm. Sorry, that's a lot bigger. And one more time, we're going to do the hamstring and neck stretch. So draw the knees in towards you. Tape the strap to the archways of your foot. So you're going to make that strap big enough that you get that stretch for the backs of the legs and you get the stretch for the neck, right? And then once you've adjusted your strap, lift your head up and bring that strap to those bones at the base of the skull. Maybe the legs are straighter. Maybe the neck is more lengthened. Stay here, inhale. Stay here, exhale. And it's almost like a cocoon effect. Taking your focus, your awareness inward. One breath in, one last breath in. When you exhale, bend your knees. Tuck your chin, release the strap from your neck. Place the hands lower your head down. Place your hands behind your thighs. Take an inhale. Exhale, lift your forehead towards your knees. See if you can bring yourself up to any seated position. And then observe if there's a sense of more space in the back of the neck, a sense of more space in the backs of the legs. And perhaps your perspective was changed from spending a little bit of time upside down. Thank you for your awareness. Thank you for subscribing. If you liked this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe. Please feel free to send me a chat or a message. I will respond to it. And to my YouTube family, I really appreciate all the feedback. It's helpful. And again, if there's something you are requesting or something you'd like to see, feel free to put that in the chat and I'll make a video for that as well. In the meantime, yogis, peace out. Ciao for now.